Hey Randy, hey everyone. How's everything? Right. Hi Jackie, hey Huang. Just give us a few.
Hi, Randy.
Say hi, hello again, Jackie.
Yes. Here,
Meeting under the podium. Yep.
I just put something in the chat.
Okay, so I'm giving everyone about 5 minutes to we can start and then we'll get started, okay?
How are you?
Thank you.
See you.
Gonna give people another 2 minutes or so to show up. I know I'm waiting for one more committee member. So please be patient with us.
Sometimes I have to go into
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being patient with us as we get everything situated for tonight's meeting. Welcome. This is the Business Development Committee's monthly meeting. I am your chair. My name is Joel Abreu. I am the Business Development Committee Chair. And I've been the chair for about 2 years now. It's a great committee. Can say great things about it, but I'm just gonna, as we always do, go around the room and introduce ourselves. And I'm gonna introduce members of the committee first. So to the left of me, please introduce yourself.
Hi,
Alexis.
Alexis Marnell, public member for many years. Was appointed this year. I'm on business development and I share the arts and culture.
Thank you. Padilla, please.
Good afternoon or good evening. My name is Marthea Barnes. I am coming up on a year, on being part of the community board and being on this committee.
Thank you so much, Padilla. I know you're getting settled in, Carl, but quickly introduce yourself.
Carl Unebu, thank you.
So we have 4 members of the committee here. We don't have quorum. But we aren't voting on anything. Can I get a motion to adopt today's agenda?
Motion made.
I got a motion by Alexis, a seconded
Yeah.
by
second.
Carl.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So I have a first thing that I want to do is wish everyone, I'm excited about this, a happy small business month. Happy small business month to everyone. Shout out to all of my small businesses here in Washington Heights, because that's our life and blood that gets here and it really gets everything going in the neighborhood. So to all the barbershops, to all the grocery stores, the bodegas, the restaurants, everything, laundromats, happy small business month from SBS. So with that being said, the Small Business Administration is celebrating Small Business Month, May 29th. So it's a huge event with the mayor. And it's basically a seminar, from legal services to, structuring businesses, a lot of workshops. And it's going to be a day-long event. So it's from 9 to 3. May 29th in Pier 36. The way the city is celebrating Small Business Month. It's a great event. A lot of resources are going to be pulled in. So if you know any small business owners that need any help with various topics, I will send the link to the minutes so we can have that. Please let everybody know. Again, it's May 29th from 9 to 3, Pier 36. Okay, now,
Pier 36, where?
Pier 36,
Where?
That's
like Chelsea Pierce.
Chelsea, yeah, it's
Okay.
Pier 36. I'll tell you where it is exactly. Pier 36, this is past Houston Street. This is on Montgomery Street. At the very, it's almost at the very tip of, right before the Manhattan Bridge.
Did you say you sent a link?
Yes, I will put it in the minutes. And also, thanks for joining us, Bruce. We just
Glad to be
started.
here.
Bruce?
Yeah.
You
Thank
may
you.
start now.
Thank you.
I just wished everyone a happy Small Business Month. The May is Small
Yeah.
Business Month.
Yeah,
We had everybody introduce ourselves.
everybody is this tall.
Yeah. Please introduce yourself, and
Introduce yourself.
no,
Oh,
everybody, you're welcoming in.
you.
I'm a late guy, sorry. I'm on the Chamber of Commerce Board, actually, and Friday we're having an annual policy breakfast, so you're all invited, but you gotta sign up.
I got you. We're gonna get more into detail of that, but introduce yourself first, Bruce.
I did.
Oh, okay, great. So this is Bruce.
I'm an old guy. I'm
This is
here.
the OG of the committee.
Oh, yeah.
So second thing that I wanted to mention, there's a few announcements. So in case you missed this one, right, May 29th up here at 36, we have our very own kind of workshops and seminars for small businesses. And it's the Dominican American Chamber of Commerce putting it on the very next day. The Dominican American Chamber of Commerce. It's gonna be on May 30th. This again is a workshops. Workshops on structuring, loans, how to write for loans, what else? They have different seminars, a variety of seminars. I'll get you the list in a few. But it's gonna be on May 30th from 9 to 5. And it's gonna be on 3835 9th Avenue. That's the location. Connect with small businesses in the area, right? This is kind of our local conference. Legal and financial aid services, branding, marketing, business plans, role partnerships. So these are some of the seminars that are going to be a part of this conference. So again, May 30th, just in case you missed the citywide one, you get to come to Washington Heights one. And it's May 30th, the very next day, 9 to 5 at 3835 9th Avenue in the second floor, okay?
Do we have a table there or something?
No, we don't have a table. We're not being sponsored at the event. This is just for
Okay.
our business owners.
Second floor, you said?
It's a conference, yeah.
Good.
So,
And what's it called again?
the Dominican American Chamber of Commerce, this is the small business conference that they're
Mhm.
holding. Now, just in case, and this is for good measure, you missed the 29th, you missed the 30th, you're like, oh man, what's going on? We have a third one for you, a conference, right? A conference, and this one is by the New York Women Chamber of Commerce. Now, this one's on June 4th. Getting the information. June 4th, brought to you by our very own Manhattan Borough President, Mr. Mark Levine, and the New York Women's Chamber of Commerce. This is June 4th. It's a forum, also a conference, marketing, budgeting, how to use AI for your business, bankers' insights, permits. So this is also a conference with multiple resources that you can tap into if you're a small business. Again, this is June 4th, 9 to 4, and it is going to be located at Columbia University on 125th Street and Broadway. All right, Columbia University, 125th Street, Broadway. I will forward the link over to the minutes where you can register. Okay, so you got 3 conferences. It's a lot of resources. You guys can tell your business owners, tell them, hey, listen, if you need any of these things, branding, how to build a business plan, funding, how to use AI for your business, all of this stuff can be seen at one of these 3 conferences. So lots of things happening for Small Business Small Business Month. Now, even for good measure, this is like Plan D. So last week, the Small Business Administration on a federal level had their Small Business Week from April 28th to May 4th. And you can go on the SBA website right now. Although it's already passed, the sessions were pre-recorded. They're already recorded. So those virtual presentations that they had, you can still log in and watch these seminars. So these seminars were put on by SCORE, which is kind of their SBA arm, but also by private entities. T-Mobile, Visa also had some workshops. And I'll show you tell you some of the things that these seminars are about. And this is what we do here at the Business Development Committee. We give out resources for small businesses, businesses that are looking to scale, resources they could tap into to grow, or if they're struggling, to help them. And this is what we're about. So these conferences are super important. I pride myself to grab all the resources I can, anything that I hear about, come to this committee and tell everybody about it, so we can, disseminate that message. So some of the things in the SBA kind of virtual summit that they did, small business from anywhere, work from anywhere, right? How to use AI to grow your business, leveraging e-commerce to scale your businesses. They even have two of the ones that I really like is how to start a food truck business, a step-by-step guide. Obviously, this is on a federal level, so you kind of have to look at some permits that New York City may need, but great thing. Another one that I really liked was how to write a grant proposal for your business. And this is all recorded. You can watch it online, and it was part of their virtual summit. Any questions so far? No, those are three, like, the big ones. Okay. All right. So no excuses there. 4 of them, right? Big conferences. I kind of was like, oh, maybe we should do something, but I think we're good. Right. So now, Bruce, tell us a little bit more about the Washington Heights Chamber of Commerce's annual breakfast policy.
It's Friday morning, 9 o'clock, 9 to 11, downstairs on the second floor here in this building. And it's an annual event. And we have special guest speakers, 5 of them. Mark Levine, Manhattan Borough President, Adonis Rodriguez, Commissioner, New York City Department of Transportation, Carmen De La Rosa, Councilwoman from District 10, Edgar De Leon, New York State Liquor Authority, and Thomas Kennan, Yeshiva University Innovation Lab. All great speakers and free breakfast. You're all invited. You got to register because it's getting filled up. But it's Friday, May 10th, 9 to 11 at the Alianza Dominicana Cultural Center, right downstairs. Can't get lost. And everybody can have a flyer.
Thank you.
And if you need more info, well, there's not much more. Go to the Washington Heights and Inwood Chamber of Commerce website.
Yeah, just to speak on that. So I had the privilege of speaking at this event last year, and it was a fantastic and great event where you can connect with businesses,
Right.
kind of get up to date with the newest.
It's a good networking thing.
Yeah, it's a great networking, networking event.
Yep.
Yeah, you just get up to date on the newest of what's going on with small businesses, especially with obviously Adonis and Mark Levine, Carmen De La Rosa.
I think Adonis is going to talk about the outdoor dining
Yes.
issue.
Yeah, that's a hot topic. I said to myself that I won't mention this, but I'm coming back in June. Outside dining, August. Apply by August. These things have to come down by November. You bought it out of me. So yes, so by August, the applications are still out, Dining Out NYC. I've said this so many times, so just let's apply for that. That's the roadway sidewalk cafes by August. These structures that are on the roadway will be enforced by November. So in November, DOT will start submitting people who have these structures. You get one chance, and then they start applying fees. Okay, so thank you so much, Bruce.
You're welcome.
Annual policy breakfast by the Washington Heights Chamber of Commerce.
This
Be
Friday.
there this Friday, May 10th, from 9 to 11. Okay, now speaking of the university, the Yeshiva University Innovation Lab, they have an event. This is the, I guess the quarterly, or they do this twice a year. This is the Innovation Lab's Hive in the Heights. And what it is
Hive,
in the Heights.
hive,
Hive, yeah,
like bee.
like a beehive.
Like bee.
The reason why they,
Not hike in the heights.
no, not
Hike
hike,
in the heights.
hive in the Heights.
It's a playoff on hike.
So, they have a lot of pro bono services from legal to banking to permits. services that they're offering to businesses. Also, they look for new businesses to have them be a part of their cohort, which is the part of the innovation lab itself. So they're looking for new businesses to have students do pro bono work for them in the next semester. So if you're interested in this, and you should be if you're like a business who's a startup or has an idea, that wants to get the ball rolling, get maybe some traction with your idea, go to this event. Speak to Tom, speak to the students. It's a good event. May 30th at 5:30, from 5:30 to 8 at Belfer Hall in Yeshiva University's campus.
5:30
8
at Belford.
Belfer, that's Belfer. It's a good event. I recommend that you spread it to people, because just this is a service that the university is giving back to the community, implementing their innovation lab in Washington Heights, which is great. Any questions so far?
Now, what's the state of the,
You're about to beat me to it.
huh?
Go ahead. Say it.
The resource you were gonna put together, like,
Oh, the resource guide?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in old business.
all right.
Yep. So my last announcement, and I promise I'll move it forward, is I saved the best for last, because I enjoy this event. Is the Latin Night Market.
Yeah.
The Latin Night Market is happening.
Have it again?
Latin Night Market is happening March 17th from 4 to 10 p.m.
Not March.
No, excuse me, what I said, not March, May.
May.
Excuse me, May 17th, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Marco has promised that there's gonna be more business from Washington Heights and Inwood represented, which is really excited. And I'm excited about it. It was a great event. It's gonna be shortened in terms of geographical location. It's gonna be 2 blocks this time. But it's still gonna be great food, so fast for 2 days. And go have some good Washington Heights Latino food, Inwood food from all types of, parts of South America and the Caribbean. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. That's again, May 17th from 4 to 10. If you haven't heard of the Latin Night Market, go on Instagram, search it.
Same place, sir.
Yeah, same place. It's gonna be on Dykeman. So yeah, go on Instagram, search the Uptown Night Market. It's a big event.
I've seen
So,
it.
yeah. Keep in mind that this is a series of events. So last fall, well, it was technically summer. Last summer, we only had one event, which was in September. This one is the first of maybe 4 or 5 that he will do throughout the summer. So, but the first one is always the biggest. So I recommend everybody come out and support your local businesses. It's gonna be fun.
Give you dates for the rest.
The other ones, no, not yet. So I will let you guys know next month of the other ones, okay? All right. Any questions about the events that I mentioned? Okay, with that being said, thank you so much, everyone that's been watching. Randy, Huang, Jackie, Jackie, please introduce yourself. I know that everyone knows you, but just in case we have people watching on YouTube, we know who you are.
Hi, I'm Jackie Testament. I work with, I'm the director of Community and Business Development for Community League of the Heights, Cloth, right here on 157th Street. Good enough?
Yeah, I like it.
Hi,
like it.
everyone.
Thank you so much, Jackie. So I know we have Randy and Huang. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, and please tell us a little bit about the event that you guys are doing.
Sure. I mean, I can go first. Good evening, everybody. My name is Randy Bowen. I'm actually the guidance counselor over at Community Health Academy of the Heights, which is affiliated with Jackie's organization, Community League of the Heights, because they founded our school. I give you guys all the credit in the world for having the energy at this evening to do this kind of work. I was just taking notes on, I have a young lady who's a senior who wants to, be an entrepreneur. So I'm definitely directing her to the Yeshiva innovation, because it, starts very early. But why I'm here is that we are hosting our 3rd annual job fair through Cloth at the school, and that would be Saturday, June 1st. And we just wanted to put the information out there. As a guidance counselor, like I see fold what the pandemic has done when it comes to employment, and also how it trickles down to the effects on, our students and their households. So the idea, a couple years back, was to bring some of the employers to our community, including small businesses as well, who may or may not be looking for folks. But this year we're also focusing on like career tech and like job readiness, as well as make sure that our community is serviced and employed. So that's, June 1st, Saturday. We are at 11 o'clock. I'm going to send out flyers to everyone. I would just appreciate, everyone on the board and all the folks that are watching this to kind of put the word out. Whether you are, looking for employment or looking for employees, we still have some tables. It's table style. So I was actually at the 69th Precinct's job fair a couple weeks back and met someone from the Secret Service. And he said, man, like, the virtual job fairs are cool, but there's something about meeting people and being in person and connecting and, seeing a spark in someone's eyes and the enthusiasm that can potentially get them employment. So I'm here to kind of just pitch that for you guys, and thank you again for inviting me tonight.
Thank you, Randy. Does anybody have any questions
I'm sorry, so it's at the school itself, right?
at the school itself?
Yeah, we definitely want to show off the beautiful building.
Where's that school located?
I don't know.
We're
just
on
know-
one-
157.
Yeah, I just know.
We're on 158 between Amsterdam and Broadway.
Oh, I know. Oh, yes, yes.
And the name of
It's 157.
The medical building is on.
Oh. What's the entrance on 158? At Cloth?
Correct.
Okay, where Yvonne is.
Yep.
No.
Well,
The
she
entrance
moved.
to-
What?
Say it again.
Yeah, Jackie.
Gotcha.
The Bruce, the Cloth entrance is on 157th. Randy, Cha is on 158th. We can get there to Cha through 157th, but the public can't.
Oh, excuse me.
VIPs only.
All right, great. Any other questions? I have one. Who do you have confirmed? What are some of the employers?
Great question. So we have Department of Sanitation, we have ACS, we have Year Up, UTI, we have New York Presbyterian. I can also send you guys just a list of who we have. I'm just pulling it up right now. We have New York Life, we have Amtrak, we have Walgreens, Department of Justice, Secret Service, as I mentioned, Transportation Security Administration. Let's see. Department of Transportation and United States Postal Service, a few others. But like I said, I can always send out a list of who we have confirmed.
Yeah, would you like one? Yes, send it to me, Randy, just a list, so we could put it on tonight's minutes.
Sounds good.
That's great. I haven't been to a physical career fair in a long time, so that's good to hear. And I'm sure that you're working with the, local high schoolers and whatnot. Let them know, because I remember coming out of high school, I was like, I'm going to college, but I want to see what's out there. So, but thank you so much, Randy, for coming in and telling us about that.
No, thank you.
All right. Okay. Now, all right. Now we have one person in the house in person. Mr. Moiram, how are you?
Good.
Mr. Moiram is from the Upper Manhattan Manhattan Empowerment Zone. These acronyms drive me crazy. But it's a great organization. It's a way to help fund our local businesses, a certified CDFI. He's here visiting us just to get us an update on them.
Yeah. Hey, hi. How you guys doing? My name is Moiram Espino. I'm Senior Business Development Officer for the Upper Manhattan Empowerment Zone. And I always like to drop by and check out what's going on in the community here, especially in Washington Heights. I'm a resident here. I'm not too far away, so it's my favorite place to come. But, you know, like always, just want to make ourselves available to the community. You know, we are a certified CDFI. We do offer funding, for small businesses. And, we also do, you know, workforce development and cultural arts, grants giving, as well. And, we get involved in some pre-development, real estate. But I focus on the small business, and I like to be in the community and offer, what we're having. Just wanted to give a quick note, since we pretty much past tax season. But, you know, there's a lot of businesses that are still doing extensions. They need to, visit our website and try to take advantage of the empowerment tax credits that they can receive. It's very important, especially for the community. People that are from here, they live here and they work here. And businesses can get tax credits for employees that live in the empowerment zone. We have the information on our website, and they can talk to their accountant. We have a form that they can fill out that can really like benefit them. And as usual, we're available for funding. We have still have some fund for our microloan. That's been a really good program of ours. We were able to help out a few businesses up here in Washington Heights, but we want to make it a little bit more. And the program is a 4-year loan at 3% for up to $50,000. And once you go out throughout the lifetime of the loan, 36 on-time payments, which for 36 months, your last year gets forgiven. It gets turned into a 25% grant of the actual lifetime of the loan. So we still have some funds left for that, but we want to help disseminate as much as we can uptown. And I have some information for you that I can leave in case I see it meet the people. And
So you said it's 4 years,
4 years.
5%,
4 years, 3%.
3%.
Yeah, yeah, up to 50,000.
And who's behind the loans? Who's the guarantor of these
We are.
loans? You are?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we made some initial investments before that we were able to get this money aside and just pull it together and just have a reserve there. It was specifically designed to help businesses during the pandemic.
Well, who fronted the money though?
Yeah, we put some money aside.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, especially now as being a CDFI, we got access to some other funds.
Right.
For other things.
And speaking of tax credits, what are some of the terms for qualifying for the credits?
Well, you have to be a business in the empowerment zone, and you have to employ residents that rely in the empowerment zone.
So I have a bodega,
Harlem to uptown. Yeah.
so I have a bodega right next at the corner where I live. I mean, they
Yeah.
have maybe 5 employees, maybe 4.
Yeah.
Would they qualify?
Yeah, I don't know the exact terms of how many employees.
Right.
But they can still apply. You know, they
Mhm.
are an empowerment zone. They have employees.
Right.
Yeah, I suggest everybody try. I have a lot of more information.
I would recommend that you give them the information.
Yeah.
Or forward their information to Moira, or you give it to me and I'll forward it over to
I mean, I
Moira.
don't know for a fact whether they seek tax credits, but I mean, I'm just wondering if they might, you know. qualify.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I can find out a little bit more about the requirement.
Okay, yeah. I'd like to get that information. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Tell us a little bit. Oh, go ahead, Bruce. I'm sorry.
What are the boundaries of the zone?
From my knowledge, it's basically from the lower ends of Harlem, east to west, all the way up to Inwood.
The lower edge of Harlem is what, 125th?
About one on the east side.
116?
On the east side, it was about 103.
103, okay.
Like down
So
there
it's from East Harlem all the way over to the west side?
to the west side, yeah.
And how far up?
From west side, it would probably be 110 and up
But how far north does it go?
till it would.
To the end of Manhattan?
Till it would.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a big zone.
Big zone.
So you're not just Washington Heights, you're Harlem,
Mhm.
Washington County,
Harlem,
and Inwood.
Washington, Inwood, yes.
Mhm.
And how long have you guys been around? I hear about you all the time.
30 years plus.
Wow.
He's actually been here before. He gave, maybe a year and a half ago, you
Yeah.
guys did a
Yeah,
presentation.
to reintroducing us, so I've been there for about 3 years now. So I had the pleasure to.
And who's the director?
Right now is Blair Duncan, he's our CEO.
When you see him, you know, definitely.
You'll definitely know him,
Yeah, when you
yeah.
see him, you'll know who
He
he is.
knows everybody. Yeah.
Tell us, I know I have a question, in the chat. Just tell us a little bit about the other programs you have besides the microloan.
Yeah, the microloan, we have a term loan available, which is one of those I don't want to say standard, but you know, like an SBA loan, 5 years, typically a competitive market rate. That one can go up to 250,000, really depending on the revenue that you're bringing in.
Okay.
You know, the formula try to take a percentage of what you're bringing in to not overpower a business, but give them something sizable that they can work with.
Okay.
We have that, and we have a line of credit as well on the small business.
Right. All right.
So you are the bank.
Yeah, they are,
Yes.
they're a bank, yeah. They are a bank,
Yes, sir.
a registered CDFI to help zones.
I've got a question.
Mhm.
And this is just because I think I always categorize you wrong when I put in my grants. When are you considered a corporation, a foundation, or a government entity?
We're not a government entity anymore, so we're now a CDFI,
Yeah.
community
So it's for
development
profit,
financial
So
institution.
so you're a corporation?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that would lead me to my, a question on the chat. And I can answer the first one. So the question is, do nonprofits with intentions of making profit at some point in the future considered a business? So you are considered an entity, right? But the non-for-profit status is that you are taxed differently. So you really have to make the distinction of how you want to be taxed. So for profit, you know, they obviously get taxed depending on what their revenue is, and you know, and what their expenses are, and what at the end of the day is your net profit. So not-for-profits usually end up whatever their revenue is, it equals to their costs. And you know, you really have to make that determination on what you really want your business to be at the beginning when you file for you know, to create an entity. So make sure that before you file, you want to create a business, you want to make sure that what is really your goal? What do you have in mind before that? Now, your second question is, can not-profits apply for those same services? I'm guessing that you're referring to UMES.
Yes,
So not-profits can apply.
yes. Yeah, they follow the same requirements, be in business 2 years, be in uptown, in our zone of coverage, have a minimum revenue of 100,000. And we treat them a little bit differently because their income and their revenue stream and their operation is a little bit different, but they can qualify for services up there.
Can I just give a
Yeah.
response to the person in the
Yeah.
chat? So, if you have your 501(c)(3) nonprofit status, if you wanted to create a for-profit arm that sort of helps feed your nonprofit, you do have to register, get your lawyer, and that operate as a separate LLC. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I'm saying this because we're doing something right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work. And you'd want to have your 501(c)(3) in play for at least 5 years before you
Yeah.
venture into.
Why do you want to do
separate.
that?
Yeah, you know, there's advantages, and Juan, I'm just answering you, but there's advantages for both, right? Usually not-for-profits have, what I like to say, I don't know if this is like accurate, but noble causes, right? So a lot of times, not-for-profits, their revenue are donations, or some type of fundraising. And they're very grant friendly. So you can win a lot of grants, get a lot of donations, and do a lot of fundraising. As opposed to a corporation, you're gonna drive revenue through some sort of service or product. All right, and Juan, if you ever have any questions, be sure to reach out to me. I'm gonna put my email in the chat. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to contact me for any questions, or go to the conferences that I mentioned earlier about structuring, because it's very important before you go into business. Okay, any questions? Any other questions for you, for Moira and humans? Okay, great. Okay. All right, so
How do you pronounce his name?
next thing on my agenda is Moira.
Moira, yeah.
MAURAM?
MOYRAM.
Moyram, okay, thank you.
So next year in May, I was wondering if I could get some ideas. No, we had a lot of conferences this year, maybe not a conference. But what should we do for Small Business Month next year when they come around?
2025.
2025.
It's a whole year away.
Okay, all right, so how about this? How about we come up with ideas? Because I want to do something. Last year, it kind of snuck up on me. This year, I knew it was coming, but we have so many events. It's like, we didn't know what we could do. But next year, definitely, let's do something for Small Business Month. Any new business?
Resource code.
Resource guide, old business, resource guide. So at my last executive meeting, we kind of started to put together not just a resource guide for this committee, but resource guide for the whole entire board. This is why it's been delayed, because we have so many resources that in our website, they're nowhere to be seen. So I'm working with the chair in order to create a bigger resource guide. Obviously, this involves small businesses and businesses in general, a guide for that. But we are working on it.
Kind of like the one that you do on like CD.
Yes, the one,
Nine.
yes, the one we
Yeah,
saw.
Yeah,
Yes, like CB9.
Let's see that.
yeah. If you go on there, you can click in it. You can click each committee and it'll tell you what schools are there, what churches, business, etc.
Mhm.
But there's no search engine.
Like
No,
that?
you have to go on.
No, yeah, you have to go in there. It's not a search
That's
engine.
not a search engine.
But they can have a search function.
You can search on a topic.
No, I mean, I don't know.
There are databases out
Yeah.
there for communities where you can type in a topic like childcare or something like that, and you get a whole bunch of
Yeah, I
resources.
understand.
Why
Yeah,
are we living in the dark ages?
I agree with you. And this is also something that we can bring up to the chair when we're creating this section of our website to have a search function.
We
or
talked
to
about
have,
this.
yeah, or have like different tags.
We sent this 2 years ago to Mark Levine's office, and they said,
Yes,
okay, they
don't-
put it
yeah.
on hold. And nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Yeah, so we're doing it on our own, and community boards are doing them obviously individually. And it has to be that way. We're allocating parts of the budget to it.
Okay.
So, it's good. It's a good thing though,
Yeah.
because if you go to like CB5, it's a different style. Then you go CB9, it's a different style. It's kind of like the community board has its own,
Do we have any idea how many people go to what we have now to do?
our traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
I have no idea.
So we don't know if anybody's using it,
Correct.
because you can go to Google and the city has all these databases. So why are we replicating the wheel?
I don't know if the city has,
They have good databases.
databases on like CBOs. I don't know if maybe some of them, I wouldn't say all of them, but
There's some new ones.
yeah. If you could find those websites, or send it to Kathy,
Okay.
that would be something like, especially if it's open source, we can just direct it into our website.
Or like how I showed you for Uptown Grand Central, if you go on their website. And they have a database mostly for, well, a lot of small businesses, but you go on there, you've seen it, right?
Yeah,
You
I've seen
click,
it.
and she's got her map
Yeah.
and you can click on different
That
things.
was this?
It's called Uptown Grand Central.
Yeah.
So let's say you wanted to find restaurants in West Harlem, you put that in and it pops up, all these
But then-
restaurants in West Harlem.
Is she using like a plugin, like a Google plugin, or is she developed this on her own?
I think they had somebody develop it.
Mm.
She's got that's a pretty decent website for East Harlem.
Yeah.
community.
Definitely for all of
Yeah, yeah. And Jackie knows.
them.
So would you give us a grant for that?
Sure, stop.
Oh,
Everything costs money.
yeah,
We're developing a report guide.
yeah. Oh, yes, Kathy, Jackie you mentioned this last meeting that that Cloth is developing a guide, right? Tell us more about that.
Restaurant.
A restaurant guide.
It's actually up on our website, except we have to, there's some errors in it, so we're not really announcing it yet.
Okay.
However, it's going to list all full and limited service restaurants on Broadway between 155th Street and 178th Street. It's going to be interactive, so you all have there's a map on the right side, and you can sort of click there's a, each restaurant is marked as you go further north. You can click an icon in there and a restaurant will pop up and it'll link you directly to their menu or whatever their on-site presence is. It's up there now, except there's a couple of errors we really need to fix. I probably shouldn't have even said it yet.
No, so Jackie, quick question, and I know I have a question on the chat. What is there a specific reason why you're limiting to just restaurants instead of
It's
just?
just restaurants, yes. They're just because restaurants, as far as this is within our bid area. Well, potential, I should say. They are the number one business sector for us.
Okay.
On
Do you
Broadway,
plan?
so
Do you plan on expanding it to different sectors or no?
we can. I did have the first time I was at Cloth, like 5 years back. I developed a full business guide. So we can, but I don't have any funding for that right now. I only had funding for a restaurant guide, which is a lot smaller. Business guide is a lot more comprehensive and a lot more involved. So yes, at some point we would like to do a full business guide.
We'll get there. And I know last time we spoke about Live XYZ.
And can I just mention one more thing, Joelle? I'm sorry, but
No,
we're
go ahead.
having. I put the link in the chat. We're having we are co-producing, I guess you could say, a Latin jazz series with Jazz Power Initiative. The link is in the chat. It'll take you to all the information. It's going to be for 4 Sundays in June. All the Latin jazz was curated by Jazz Power Initiative. I'm sorry, 2 Sundays in June, 2 Saturdays in June. There'll be activities. There'll be a domino tournament hosted by Care Center, and I think Carethon is also going to facilitate chess tournaments. Speakeasy Bookmobile will have face painting, and we're hoping to have like other activities. Anyway, the link is here if you want to take a look.
I'll announce it too at Parks and Culture, Jackie.
Okay, thank you, Alexis.
What? Alexis.
No, ain't that morning. CB12 at Gmail.
Marnell, Marnell, CB12.
Ain't that morning, May, Martin, email like Larry.
At Gmail. All right. Give me 1 second here. So, yeah, I'm just gonna answer. I have 2 questions in the chat, and I'm gonna address something. So, yes. So everything that we speak about, we put it on YouTube. It's currently streaming right now on YouTube. So the question is, are the links going to be posted somewhere so I can visit later, or where is there a video being posted? Yes, YouTube. Our videos are posted there, and it's our Community Board 12 Manhattan. That is our YouTube video. Also, if you go to our website, the minutes of today's meeting will be found there, and you can see all the links. We will post all the links of the events that we mentioned in those minutes. Those minutes don't come out till probably last week of May. So I recommend you go to YouTube if you missed any information on it. All right. Now, I want to
What do you type into YouTube?
So you go to YouTube, Community Board 12 Manhattan, and it should be
Just like that?
just like that.
Wow.
Just like that. So I want to shout you out, Juan, because so looking at the fast track of SBS, so SBS has a fast track for businesses. And I'll mention it because I did look at that. And then we can. And they have a few of them. It's just not one. So, they have a fast track. They have a fast track new venture, right? For female entrepreneurs, for 50 plus. So these are like inspiring entrepreneurs that, want to be in an immersive boot camp. And SBS has this, and you can apply for the fast track. So congratulations, Juan, for being in that. You can also apply if you're an existing business, all right? If you want to grow your revenue and apply for that. So that is the Fast Track SBS. I'll send it over. Thank you for mentioning that, Juan. I heard about this, and I'm glad you're in it. That's awesome.
What does he do?
What do you do, Juan? What type of business?
You're muted.
No, he's typing on the chat.
Oh,
He's
maybe it's not.
no, your business. Tell us about your business. Any other, and while he tells us about that, any other questions? Moiran, Bruce? Good?
Good.
Okay.
I think maybe we should, when your small business month, I think we could revisit that maybe in June and make that part of our plan and what we want to see funded too.
Oh, okay. Because our budget isn't due till like maybe September.
No, I'm saying for ideas. 'Cause,
Okay,
that was something that Parks and Culture used to do. We just started throwing ideas like in June and then we revisited them.
oh,
when
and
we reconvened.
when we
Yeah.
reconvene in the fall, okay, yeah, we can talk about it. I'll think about some ideas, I just did it. Conference is probably my number one, and then I said job fair, but then I had both today, so okay. That doesn't work. You could tell us through the chat, but, okay. He hasn't responded yet, but, do I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting? It is 7:52.
Yeah, I forward the motion.
Now, motion by Carl, wait. Hold up. Give me 1 second before I know we have a motion on the floor. He's building a website or interactive platforms for nonprofits, working with students, from age K through 12. So it's a not-for-profit. Well, we hope to hear more of you, Juan. Please come back. We have our meetings the first 2 days of every month. So thank you for joining us today. Can I get a second for Carl's motion to end today's meeting? Yeah, second. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Juan. Thank you, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.